Okay.
Well,
Antarctica, transatlantic mountain, 66.6035399.719853 and 66.553280999.839330. Those are two coordinates in Antarctica. Pick up our previous discussion about the inner Earth entrances. There's also one supposedly or allegedly in the Hindu Kush Mountains in Afghanistan. There's one in the Himalayan mountains in Tibet. Sao Paulo in Brazil. Monte Brasso in Brazil. And Porano, that's also in Brazil. So there's three in Brazil. Hana Valley and the Mackenzie Mountains in Canada. Avalon and Staffordshire, Glastonbury. Those are in England. I mean, I'm just reading my chicken scratch. Then in India, you got Rama and Patala. In Turkey, you have Greenland, Baffin Bay. Arizona, the Superstition Mountains. Arkansas, Batesville. California, Mount Shasta, Mount Lassen, and Cockaween Peak. Kentucky, you have the Mammoth Caves. Texas, Del Norte Mountains. And New York City, St. John's, the Divine Cathedral. Those are the only ones I have listed.
which one has the best Yelp review? Because I don't want to waste my time.
Well, probably the one within a, some sort of religious temple or cathedral. Yeah, probably the one with the church on it.
There we go.
That one probably has the best review.
5 stars.
Yeah.
The best underground humanoid experience available.
Yeah.
In the tri-continent area.
Tri-continental area.
Well, Brazil's pretty spooky. Turkey's pretty spooky. New York City's pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Those are all good settings for subterranean misadventures.
Yes.
You found the book you were looking for, but did you find the Bitcoin key?
Oh, no. Well, no, it wasn't a book. This was something I had written on a piece of scrap paper a couple of years ago. Probably.
Oh, your chickens did that.
Well, I don't know. No, I didn't find the Bitcoin. And
do you remember the primary source of your underground entrance information?
Internet? I don't know.
I thought maybe Charlie.
Yeah, no,
maybe Charlie.
No, it wasn't like a divine intervention. It was something I read, or things that I've read, and I just compiled a list over time. Not quite sure, but I had this paper kicking around. It's on some Kohler Power Systems letterhead, so I'm gonna guess that this is about 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure if you just sit still for a few quiet moments, you'll remember everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to, despite the great fortune we've amassed doing this broadcast.
Yeah.
I'm just not satisfied. I'm still greedy for more, so I've been trying to figure out.
Greedy bastard. You greedy bastard.
Well, we're all Jews now,
How much
and
is it?
so I try to figure out how can we capitalize on this great branding, and
Yeah.
we seem to have cornered the underscore market, and and I just want to get bigger. And I think if we were to go on a video tour, we did a video tour of the all of the entrances across the world
Yeah.
in search of what are we looking for down there, Mumbles?
Well, again, it might not actually be down there. I think we're gonna pass the
Would,
point of. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
would
know how you're gonna. It's gonna be hard to explain, and I don't know how deep these things are. And I mean, I've heard some things or read some things that like the passage in Solomon's tomb was like 800 miles long. So I could only imagine how long these tunnel systems go for.
we better bring a bag lunch.
Yeah.
How much how much should we charge per person to take them down into the mysterious 800-mile Solomon's tomb, just for example?
I mean, I think it might be something that we could cover in a cost of the T-shirt if you buy the T-shirt beforehand.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that
I don't know, roughly 1,200 bucks for the T-shirt. I don't know.
there we go. Yeah, that will have the spray painted Breaking Wind Dialogues logo on it.
Yeah, it's custom
Cus-
overtime.
Custom. And if you want to bring your sweetie along into the mysterious underrealms of cannibalistic midgets, uh, Mumbles will be happy to handcraft you a matching pair of
Yes,
Breaking Wind Dialogues T-shirts, which it just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Breaking
it does.
Wind's Dialogues. It's
Breaking Winds Dialogues T-shirt.
I I want to have one now, and
Well,
I'm gonna have
I-
to wait.
if you can actually, I have this here printer, and
Okay.
yeah, the one thing I have left from my last belly up real estate investment uh,
Yeah.
is this T-shirt press that I have. Just like
No.
that heat, like the heat thing. It's like the
No. That was my
fucking big. It's like the big panini sandwich maker.
yeah, man. It's like yeah, my favorite thing when I was a kid. First time I went to Florida, which was bizarre, is I remember you could go and you could get a Miami T-shirt with had all the glitter, and it looked just like Miami Vice,
Oh yeah.
except it was mice, Miami mice, and you know, and if that didn't strike you, you could get a damn seagulls
Yeah.
T-shirt, which was quite distasteful, as it just looked like there was seagull shit all over the front of it,
Hmm.
and then it's kind of which came first, the chicken or the egg? Like the damn
Yeah.
seagulls um, font, or was it the poop? I don't know. These things have occupied my mind for a long time.
Yeah.
You could also get.
What can we get? What can we get? Hello? Oh boy. Oh boy. Is this my connection or your connection? Because I got a fresh router and I don't think I should have any trouble on my side. Yeah, my router is the button where the light indicates that I am online. So Retardica must be having some trouble on his end. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So to interrupt the radio silence, here's a piece of crap poem I wrote. I don't know if I've read this out loud before, but here it goes. I remember in school, while writing for class, quoting some songs. For that I was outed, and such a fuss, that bitch that touted, oh yes, she must be a Jew. And she was.
Oh, Jews.
Oh, you're back. All right.
These dirty Jews. I changed my Wi-Fi settings to
Uh-huh.
avoid the dreaded now infamous 5:05 curse.
The 505.
Yeah, 5:05 p.m. They always give us the boot.
Huh, my phone says 503. I know that there's got to be a time difference between the where you are and where I am.
Yeah, well, I'm on that 2 minutes saving. I'm saving 2 minutes at a time.
Well,
Just
I mean,
so
if
it
you think
doesn't disrupt
about
my
it,
sleep.
I mean, if you think about it, if we are on this spinning globe that they say we're
Fucking
on,
right. Fucking right.
every degree is 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? So
You got to have your
I
check.
mean, we're a few degrees apart, I'd say.
Well, luckily we use jolly good old England as our reference point, don't we?
Ah, the old atomic clock.
Yeah, that old thing. Adam's clock. Adam's cock is where the atom clock came from.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
my cock says 5:04, but it seems to be around 5:50 cock is
yeah.
when I get the boot. It's always on my end. You said you got a
Uh,
fresh router.
yeah, you got high traffic in your area. I'm up in,
Hey, 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 what are you trying to say?
I'm in like the boonies over here. So,
But your router sounds sweet. Like, did you get a
well,
new microphone? Did you get one of those uh,
no,
professional broadcast microphones?
still the same broken screen cell phone. I did get a microphone, but I didn't. I need like a one of those TTS cable adapters to plug the
Yeah,
microphone to this thing. But like it's like one of them old school like weatherman fucking things. It's like it's
yeah,
like it's like a foot long. You know?
yeah. Like a 1980s karaoke bar sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you need a green screen now.
A green screen, and you're gone again. Man, they don't like you today. Oh, he's back. Are you back? Hello? Hello? Hmm.
I'm here.
Well, there you are.
I'm here and I'm queer, so just get used to it.
Cool.
All right. Good. I just want to get that off my chest. I don't know
Uh,
what's going on, man.
yeah, no, it's just these fucking those damn internet geeks with you know,
Fucking
their little fucking turds in there to fucking choke you up,
little
these
little turd demons
little turd demons.
clogging up my pipes.
Yeah.
God damn it. Well, it's not convenient because it's
Yeah.
already hard enough to hold a thought through one sentence from beginning to end.
Yeah, let alone getting chopped up in the midst of it.
Who do I blame? I need
I'd
to
say
blame someone.
Google.
Fucking Google. Why not?
Fuck Google.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, fuck YouTube too, for that matter. I've
Hey,
been fucking back and forth with these fucking whatever the fuck they are, copyright and strikes. Fucking scum.
oh, let's get down to it. Let's break some real fucking nasty wind.
Yeah,
This wind
yeah,
might have some material blended in with it. We might have
exactly.
a breaking shart. Let's do
Yeah,
it. Let's
yeah.
throw some shit up on the rocks. Tell me all about it. Because I tried to watch. I get excited when I see Mumbles at YouTube. No more, no more brokenphones.org/donate.html. I get excited when I see a 30-minute video.
Yeah,
Uh,
I wish that one fucking went through, but uh, then I tried that. I uploaded the fucking thing, and it sat overnight trying to upload that, and I had another one behind it, the one, same old song and dance.
yeah.
I tried to upload those two videos at the same time, and they both got fucking rejected.
Well, that you can't do that.
Well, then I do the old, I dispute the claims, like I always dispute the claim, and they usually like let it go through after you fucking,
Oh yeah.
yeah, because it's all, like you said, it's all fucking robotic. There's nobody fucking steering the ships. So if you fucking go back to them and be like, oh, I owned it, I have permission, or whatever.
Did you get Iggy Pop's permission? Is that why that one went through?
No, no, no. That one, Iggy Pop is, he's not a scumbag like these other fucking Jews that own all these fucking radio
Yeah.
songs. Like,
Yeah, but Iggy Pop does he's his songs are owned by somebody who's gonna shut down the
yeah, I don't know.
shut down your fucking behavior.
I don't know. I
Warner
don't think
Brothers or something.
like that. Well, Warner Brothers, Warner Music Group was all like, uh, you could go and see like what songs they actually
Yeah,
own
yeah.
uh, own the rights to, but uh, yeah, and it's fucked up. Like I'm listening to YouTube, making a video for YouTube. I got all the music off of YouTube. No, everybody that's on the fucking thing, it's got who
Yeah.
knows if they have permission, but I'm getting the stuff from them, and I'm keeping it on their platform, and they have a fucking problem with it.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is a classic example of Mumbles using logic again.
Yeah,
This is
uh,
a problem. This is that logic is no longer registers as something
no,
beneficial in this society. What you need to do is you need to predetermine what all the songs you're going to play in a
yes,
30-minute span, and you have the internet now, so just use your favorite internet search engine, which is apparently not Google because you said fuck Google, and I quote.
yeah. Ask
Um,
Jeeves.
yeah, go ask Jeeves. He must be bored. He needs something to do. Yeah, ask Jeeves. Look up all of the songs that you're going to play because this is what creative people do. Creative people already know exactly what fucking song they're going to play when they get started with a painting, right? They know
Yeah.
exactly what they're going to do.
Oh,
This
I
is how
always make a
creative people.
playlist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
make a
got to make a
playlist.
playlist before I start anything.
The fucking night before I choose, I lay out my clothes and I fold
Yep.
them in order. I put at the on my work table. I put my t-shirt folded at the top, and above my t-shirt is the baseball cap that I'll wear, and then below my t-shirt, I'll have my belt, and I'll feed my belt through the loop, and I'll lay it nicely right in between the t-shirt and the pants that
Yeah.
I'm going to wear below that, so that I know
Yeah.
exactly what I'm going to wear. But it doesn't stop there.
No.
I got to get my underneath my folded pants. I'll lay my undergarments,
Uh huh.
where the business is,
Yeah.
and then below that I'll have some socks. I used to roll them into a ball, but now I lay them out flat. So there's no surprises in the morning because I don't want to be fucking surprised because I don't want to get a copyright strike.
No, that's the worst.
So that's how I prepare my day. And you know what? Things are a hell of a lot better now.
Well, yeah. Did you get you? So you got the playlist already?
Oh yeah, I got my playlist. I got my outfit ready.
Yeah,
I also know exactly what order the strokes of paint I'm going to put onto the canvas,
yeah,
which I've already entered into an AutoCAD program so that I have a schematic diagram of what quadrants of the canvas I would like to approach first, so that there's no surprises.
yeah. Well, these things all have to be sought out well in advance before you go into doing anything.
Well, I don't want to wind up in
Yeah.
a pickle like you, my friend, because
Like,
I don't want to be sued by the color green.
yeah. Well, maybe we'll get sued by Kevin Bacon. Like that quote from the Tremors movie when he says, "We plan ahead, so that way we don't do anything now."
Oh yeah, that's it. You
Yeah,
know, and the fastest route to the end of that story is just fucking kill yourself.
pretty much. You know.
This thing has to run itself into the ground
Yeah.
to satisfy an unsatiable appetite for control, which is
Yes.
a conceptual impossibility.
Yeah.
And all of
Well,
these retarded things that control our creative behavior has turned creativity into a myth. It's gone the
yeah.
way of the Loch Ness and the large-footed man.
Yeah. And
What's his
I let
name?
it, Sasquatch.
His
Is
name
that
escapes me.
Bigfoot?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I let it be known too. I'm not bashful by any means. I'll give them a fucking, nasty email with, all the fucking
Yeah, but who
some,
cares?
something to trigger every fucking whatever, something to hit every trigger, and
I
then and
yeah.
it usually just falls on deaf ears. They either let the video go through or whatever. They don't even fucking respond half the time. It just uh,
You know,
way, and your work is lost. And um,
that's why I don't invest any effort into anything that I do anymore. Even
yeah,
when I make purchases, a couple episodes ago, you visited Rome's to
yeah,
go punch some bags of dirt. Uh,
mm,
I went to I went and did exactly the same thing today, knowing full well what was going to happen,
uh-huh.
just from past experience that was cross referenced by your experiences. And I went to the so-called competitor, which is the orange one.
All the HD,
Yeah,
the Home Deep Blow.
I was trying to flip the words upside down, and I just got Miho,
Me.
which that fits.
Yeah,
When
yes,
when in Rome, Miho.
yeah. Yeah, aren't
And
those places owned by the same? Well, not the same. I think they have a divorce on paper, but I'm pretty sure it's a husband and wife duo that owns Lowe's, and the other one owns Home Depot.
oh yeah, and it occurred to
Sure,
me.
paper, but they're
I,
competitor. They're quote unquote competitors, but this is how monopolies work.
well, of
You
course,
control. You buy all of the fucking stores that do all of this. You don't own just McDonald's. You own McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell. You diversify. So this way, no matter where the fucking idiots go, you're getting paid,
you're getting paid to
and you
have.
control the prices.
And if you need to shuffle them over there, you get them over there. If you got something over here, hey man, just raise the prices over there. Either way, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them micro poisoned, so that
Yeah,
the toxins accumulate on schedule and under budget. In fact, we're not going to spend a fucking penny.
yeah,
These fuckers are going to pay to poison themselves, and it's gonna pay off in the end.
yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
able to watch? Well, let me first finish my thoughts. I was so rudely interrupted by the invisible turd demons
Hmm.
in Florida. There was a trucker cap and it had two foam balls on it, and on top of those two foam balls were two smaller foam balls, and they looked like breasts. And
Yeah.
on the back it said "Party Naked," and I thought that was great when I was 10 years old.
That's a cool
And
hat. Oh, that's a cool hat.
so between that, the Miami Mice T-shirt, and the damn Seagulls T-shirt, I was only allowed to get the Miami Mice.
Uh-huh.
And they put it between the panini press, and I said, "Man, only in Florida, only in Florida."
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
it, and now my imaginary friend from Upper Mudsville, New
Yeah.
York,
Has the
has,
same technology.
and so you too, listener, which is me talking to myself, you too
Yeah.
can have a custom made panini pressed breaking wind uh, uh, windbreaker T-shirt, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want. It doesn't matter. You can put anything in that panini press as long as it's kind of flat. We can make
Yeah.
shower
I,
curtains, I guess.
yeah. No, well, anything. I mean, the base on this one is probably like 24 deep and I don't know, 18 inches wide. So I could do a pretty sizable piece if I could print it out on the paper. My printer, I'm limited with the 8.5 by 11.
I
But
hear you.
I could always double them up and custom like fuck.
Yeah, that I know that's going to work out pretty
Yeah,
easily.
I'd like to really ramp up production on these things so I could at least maybe try to make up for the loss of that building that I had to unfortunately I had to let it go, sell it because of some legal issues that the state came down on me with. So I was forced to actually forfeit like all my actual wealth. And yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I have left from that 6,000 square foot building that was uh, pretty much full of screen printing, material and equipment. Which, if I knew anything, um, or if I knew then what I knew now, I would have kept a lot of that stuff and just started screen printing. But I
Well,
threw everything away and basically gutted the building because I wanted to put a mystery school in there, like like the old mystery schools, like
yeah, yeah.
anything. I had so many ideas, like I was into martial arts. I could have made a fucking dojo. Like we were doing militia shit. We were gonna fucking let the militia fucking go in there and use it. But,
Well, like a phoenix
eventually,
from the flames, phoenix from the flames. Now you
yeah.
have a breaking wind, uh, infinite panini press creation machine. It's like this must be how God feels
Yeah.
after he created the heavens and the no, he separated the waters from the waters. They put the firmament in the earth. There's one thing that was not good. Like he created the waters, whatever the fuck he did. He created something and he saw that it was good. And then
Yeah,
the
he did.
next thing he saw that it was good, but there was one in the middle that he did not see that was good, and it was dividing the heavens from the earth. It was not good. And that's where you and me, my friend, get fucked on a daily basis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the same motherfuckers that took your uh, t-shirt dojo away, you know,
Yeah.
are the same ones selling us uh, gravity fill Berkey filter water filtration machines to
Yeah.
our militia groups.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. And
you
that's when I started like I don't know, was it an Indiegogo or a GoFundMe or something?
Oh yeah.
And, I was impressed. I had surprising results. I got,
No.
well, I think I had one $3 donation.
Good
which
Lord.
if I could track the person down, I'd gladly give the $3 back to him
No,
because
just make,
the idea never substantiated. So it's kind of
well, just throw a couple of slices of cheese between some pita bread, and
yeah.
that's about a
Well,
$3 sandwich.
one person at least had the insight, or the foresight to see that, I could have done something, and then, then
Well,
fuck them demons, they materialize and they come and fucking rob all your shit.
well, whoever gave you $3, I'm sure has gotten some form of infectious mold disease and been rotted from the inside out and divvied up into little pieces and commodified and sent to the appropriate hungry bellies.
Hmm. Yeah.
Did you get a
Um,
chance?
yeah.
Go for it. Go for it. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe I'll make some fucking Google T-shirts or like some
There you go.
something like fuck YouTube. But the other thing that Mumbles likes to do a lot
Yes.
is when he's not using his premium subscription or the Breaking Winds dialogue,
Uh-huh.
um, and him just signed in under the old first one off YouTube, No More Computers. I like to
Mm.
report every ad. Every ad is inappropriate.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, every ad. If everybody does it, then you're just gonna like overload. You're just gonna generate so much heat in their computer system and their mainframes. Like,
I'm telling you.
you know how much it costs to cool that shit?
I'm telling you, listen, man, these are the ideas that I'm just so surprised more people aren't rocking out. Because that same exact thing occurred to me, and I'm but one man. But I did
Yeah,
it anyway because I felt like I'm just gonna I wasn't thinking about overheating the computers, but just kind of, gumming up the works a little bit because that seems to be all you can do is just kind of gum up a works.
yeah,
Watch a donkey dig his heels in if you don't want to do something.
yeah, yeah,
It makes it almost not worth it. Just grab the fucking plow yourself and go, dig some
yeah.
troughs, you lazy
Un-
human.
Unfortunately, what I found is that it's pretty much like the push to walk button at most intersections, where it's just a button that does nothing.
Damn it, they got us again.
Yeah,
It's like my masturbation has, deteriorated my vision quite a bit over the years.
it happens.
Who knew? I mean, somebody knew. Did
Hmm.
you did you get a chance to? Uh, I'm curious. Mostly when I post links on comments on any videos, those comments never show up in
Yeah.
under the videos. But I posted something about circumcision and the endocrine system.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, of course not.
I usually see like the any comment that you make, I see on the YouTube studio. But the problem is, anytime I try to like click on a link in the studio, it never launches and opens. So then
Well,
I gotta back out, go into YouTube, find the video, find the comment, or hopefully the comment is even there, and
yeah,
then click on it that way.
I've become
But yeah, I try not to spend any time on YouTube hardly, and it's just a waste of
well. That's a great fucking segue because let me calm down. Let me just remove the word fucking, and I'll say that's a great segue, Mumbles, my
time.
friend,
Oh, okay.
because I thought perhaps we should take this. I don't want to call it what the general term is, podcast, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use that
I was
that
trying to do
term.
that. I was trying to get it on the podcast. I just all the apps that I try to download to make like pods to cast.
Yes, yes.
I I don't know. I don't know how to work. I
Listen,
just
hey,
no space on the phone. Like like I one downloaded, it didn't do shit. I deleted it. And then I tried to download another one, and there's no space left. So I had to delete a different app. And I was like, I'm not going through this shit again.
my friend, brother Mumbles. Listen, the bar of excellence has been set exceedingly low for your technical capabilities with the devices that you have. So there's no expectation for you to explore these possibilities. That falls into your Uncle Retardica's realm. And you'll be pleased to hear I've done 7.5 minutes of research
Ooh.
over the past week.
Okay. That's yeah.
So that's a minute. That's a minute and some change
Yeah.
every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And I have discovered a way to upload this quote unquote podcast
Yes.
and share it with an audience that may be free of the YouTube shackles.
And where is this?
Well, it's called Podbean.
Podbean? I think
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I
Uh,
fucking hate it. I hate all the words. The other words are stritcher or something like that.
yeah.
And there's another one that's called like Blow Me. I have no idea. They got all
Yeah,
these
that's the
dumb
one
names.
that's the one that Joe Rogan's is on, right?
What's that? Blow Me?
Yeah.
Fucking think. I think his is Grow Me.
Oh.
Ah, right on time.
Yeah, she's going upstairs though.
Oh, mom's home.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
Check the videotape. Yeah, no, it's
well, okay. So
yeah. Get
this
back on
fucker,
track.
this fucker. Let me put this choo-choo train back on the tracks and let's head upstate to Mumbles' house.
Yes.
We're gonna put in the caboose a pod bean, and
Okay.
I don't know. It seems like there's a. I never like to go beyond the free trial. I
Yeah.
have all kinds of workarounds to avoid giving any of these companies money because, god damn it, even when you give them money, they never make good on their promise. And
Exactly.
there's always some fucking error. There's always some fucking bug. Always, and this
Yeah.
is planned obsolescence in a way. And it's also just like you said, we are the research and development team, and we don't get paid shit.
Yep.
You know, I spend the other half of my time when I'm not doing free research and development for every technological application in my fucking life that's been forced down my throat. I have to separate my papers and plastics and my metals for
Yeah.
free
Yes.
to the benefit of the companies that serve uh, plastic encapsulated acid colas to the happy population.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. Let's just calm down. We're gonna put a pod bean. We're gonna put a
Yeah.
pod bean in here, and I'm not gonna pay for shit. I'm not gonna pay for any of it.
Okay.
So I think there's a limitation in the mic the megabyteage that you can upload to.
That you could upload to the what? Hello?
To
Oh boy. Oh
hello,
boy.
hello,
Yo. Okay,
hello.
so you could upload these for free
Yeah,
and limited.
if we keep them under 30 megabytes, we can in perpetuity
Uh-huh.
perpetuity. How do
So
you
what is
say
that?
that?
An hour? What is that? An hour? Like 30
No, no,
megabytes?
no. I just got to drop. Oh, so what I was saying is I just got to drop the quality of the podcast down a little bit. Like we're not going to be. Might be a little more crackle in the background.
Oh, well, we got some leeway on that because our recording studio is top notch. So
Yeah.
I don't
It,
think the quality should be affected that much.
the only problem is, I'm nervous about delivering the pink slips.
Pink slips. Pink slips. What's that? What do you do? Yeah, Retardica's phone isn't working today.
To the boys,
Oh, there.
Well, isn't it? And then
Yep, he's gone again. This is quality programming.
I demand to be listened to.
I want a refund. How much are we paying for this free app?
Now, well, that's the thing about YouTube. They can do whatever the fuck they want, right?
Yeah.
So fuck us. I mean, really, fuck us. We're doing all kinds of free shit. But the limitations are irritating because I don't have a preconceived notion of what my playlist or your playlist is going to be before I make a painting. And then if, the lone fucking possum happens to wander into one of my videos and make a comment, there's a 75% chance I'm not going to see it, or the response that I give to the comment is not going to be seen by the enthusiastic fan.
Yeah, there's always that chance.
And so
you should always like select all, copy and paste your work to something outside of the YouTube platform.
Yeah.
Because, and almost any time I've written something that was like very profound,
sure,
and like just like really well sought out, and like I spend time on it, and then I'll fucking try and post it, and then fucking whatever, it disappears or something.
Yeah, you got to put it in your notes first before don't type directly in the comments unless it's a fart joke. Who cares?
Yeah.
But if you, for example, I think it's good to in the Break and Win podcast, I found it convenient to put notes in the comments, with timestamps and corrections or words that got lost in the pontifications or whatever. Mm-hmm. And half of them just don't show up, and sometimes I think I'll use some colorful language, some curse language, so I eliminated that. But that didn't seem to solve the issue. Then I thought maybe it was the http:// hyperlinks that I was putting in there that are not allowed. But then sometimes links are allowed. But then it seemed that the content of the video in the link, for example, circumcision and the endocrine system, is apparently not being allowed to go through.
But is this on let me check my YouTube studio, because sometimes like I can see all the comments that are held for review. Let's see, comments. 21 hours ago you did that.
It's like, oh well.
I wonder if the tubes will allow my second comment to appear with this link. Commencing algorithm test now. And then like I see the link, I try to click on it through the studio, and I just get the fucking blank YouTube screen. So then I got to go back out, go into YouTube.
I see.
And then find it again. And then this video is supposedly viewer discretion advised. Ooh.
Oh, they allow it in your country, do they?
It's offensive. Certain features have been disabled for this video.
Well, the jig is up. Well, it seems like only yesterday I posted that. So,
Yeah, I'm not allowed to like it or nothing. It doesn't even give me like the like button or dislike. It doesn't show me anything.
Yeah.
Just give me the
So,
video.
so case in point,
Yeah.
excellent, excellent, excellent podcast right now. You can see in real time the frustration that comes from just trying to simply share links with your friends. But I bet if I saw a really funny Pizza Hut commercial and I wanted to send it to my friend who runs his NHL hockey blog, I bet there'd be no fucking problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I
Yeah.
was at the Scrotum Depot today
Yeah.
because when you flip it upside down and you look in the mirror, the Home Depot looks like scrotum teapot.
Okay.
And I was looking at some dirt, some soil. I want some. I'm going to build some raised beds for some vegetables
Nice.
that will be trampled by drunk frat boys and pissed on by, well, probably drunk frat boys
Yeah.
and dogs. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it the old college try.
What is this for,
Yeah,
like your personal use or like
yeah, for my personal use because it makes me happy to look out my. I got a little. I'm fortunate enough to have a little space outside my front
yeah,
window,
that's
and
cool.
but it's right on a sort of popular walkway. It gets a lot more traffic since they've built these high rise condos for all the people coming from Connecticut and Georgia,
Yeah.
and I'm right close to the infamous Bohemian Beer Garden.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, we like to party.
Yeah.
So I'm right in the middle of the commute. If I had any fucking sense, I wouldn't build a vegetable garden. I'd put a pay toilet or fucking open
Yeah.
up like a hot dog stand or something.
Yeah. Dirty water dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, dirty water dogs on the way home. What could be better? And then I just call everyone my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend.
Yeah.
How are you? You having a good time tonight? It's a very good time. Yes.
Absolutely,
Here.
man. That fucking. I used to live right over by Bell Boulevard, in Bayside. I was like one block off of Bell,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, like those fucking, whatever. There's like 2 dozen bars all on one street. But
Yeah, man.
this one dude, he used to like be like the shish kebab. This was, probably
Yeah.
10 years ago, like when I was still eating meat and shit. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, motherfucker would make a killing, man. And
Yeah, dude.
his little fucking cart was probably like the size of a postage stamp, and I think he paid 300,000 to fucking have that corner spot.
I'm telling you, it's not cheap to feed meat to the fucking zombie
meat,
alcoholics.
meat on a stick to all the drunks.
You know, because they fucking that's the city's job. So if you're going to participate in it, you're gonna pay a pretty penny for that license.
Yeah,
You know, that's prime real estate.
it
You know,
is.
they built the fucking grid.
And he was only like his permit was only good from like 8 p.m. like to like whatever 3 or 4 in the morning, some shit. Like it was
Yeah,
like yeah, it was ridiculous.
man.
But
I have these ideas all the time, and then like I'm not fucking participating in shit anymore. I'm just gonna sit and still the waters, and I'm just gonna wait for the next rug to be pulled out from everyone else's dumb ass. So when they, I don't even think they can explode any buildings anymore and surprise anybody. I think you have to have fucking Robo Jesus come out of the electro sky,
yeah,
and or you got to have everyone staring at their phones, and there's going to be something that everyone agrees that the screen is presenting the truth to them, and it's
yeah,
the fucking the second coming will be televised, except it's going to be on your fucking phone, and it's going
yeah,
to be some retarded shit that's actually not happening anywhere, and it's going to
yeah,
look 3D, and it's going to be killer, and everyone's going to shit their pants, and then you're going to have to. They're not going to shit their pants. They're just going to submit to whatever it is. Then they're going to turn off all the advertising for 4 days, like they did with all the other televised events when
yeah.
they split Jackie's Jackie's dome opened back in '63, and then when they pulled the two big peckers in 2001, you know, they just face fucked you with the programming. They took away out all the advertising for 4 days, just fucking face fucked you.
Yeah.
And up until this day, 20 years later, you're behaving the um, not you, but I mean, all of us have taken. I mean, how many fucking wrong turns have we taken trying to get out of the face fucking that we've taken? Uh,
Mm,
you
yeah.
know, it's a total head fuck. There's the overreactors that are hoarding dried beans and artillery,
Yeah. Yeah.
preparing for the government. Government not going to come and get you. Government got you.
Yeah.
You fucking worship the government, you dumb fuck. I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, I was in there. I was got swept up in that type
oh,
of,
me too.
know,
I mean,
stocking up and buying all the fucking guns and ammo and stocking my shelves with food and fucking. I had like 30,
yeah,
30 containers of like gallon, like the 5 gallon things. I had like 30 of them.
yeah, dude.
I still have a ton of shit. Like if but I could probably sustain myself for a few weeks, no problem. But yeah, I mean, it's really just get you to buy shit.
Yeah, that's all it is an economic engine, and just to push that charge up
Yeah,
to fill
yeah,
the capacitor, for
yeah,
the next big discharge. And you can see that. I mean, my God, look at the way they're priming the pump for the last 20 years, and then I mean, things are so hyper retarded now. They have to snap. They just have to snap. It's too much. It's too much information. And so I'm just kicking back, and I'm gonna just get some shits and giggles, put my garden together, just to learn how to grow a little something because it's satisfying.
yeah. That's the best thing you can do. You
Meanwhile,
just
you're up there with all the mud that I need.
you
I
sit back and do nothing, and the grass will still grow.
Now listen. There's my new mantra is a Mumbles classic,
Oh,
where attention goes, energy flows. And I've been saying that to myself quite a bit lately. And I am the one that's accountable for where I put my attention. Yes?
yeah, yeah,
And think about this. If you,
yes,
if you pay attention, if you have tension and you pay it,
yeah,
buy the ticket, take the ride. Um,
yes,
so
yeah.
I have
Hey,
noticed,
you're buying your own tension.
yeah, yep, you're opting in. And I gotta say, like when you're kid, you don't have the capability to defend yourself against this subtle deception. But as you get older, you best figure that shit out because
You better have
as
money to back it up.
and you better have money to fucking back it up, or you know,
You're
do
just
do it
another fart in the wind.
do it all over again. You have to continue to do it again. In the great words of the former president Jorge W. Bush, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, I won't get fooled again." End quote.
Yeah,
That's fucking sound advice right there.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, he was leader of the free nation, so you don't just get that job because of, who you know or who you're related to.
Nothing like that.
No.
But as far as quotables go,
Yeah, he was always good for some sound bites.
but I ain't getting fooled again. Of course, just saying that lets me know that I'm going to get set up for another fooling.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for.
So you must be water, my friend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
watch the seeds will bloom whether you scream at them or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll
That's
re
what I'm saying.
so we got to get these fucking panini shirts out fast
Yes.
before the next Robo Jesus event.
For
What
the
it,
next.
what well, let's speculate. What do you say the next big doozy is? Because it is a script and the script sucks, and we're just tailgating here. We're waiting for everything to be built around us. We've reverse engineered the whole fucking thing, uh, and we've communicated our findings to the best of our ability. Let's just fast forward to the next thing.
Yeah. What do
What
you
what
think?
what are we going to
Sure.
do? Is it going to be a coordinated weather? Uh,
Yeah, I
gotta
think
be.
it's going to be like a little bit of all of the above. I think they're going to try and tie everything into one. Well,
They
maybe not
got
every,
to.
but I think the next big one is going to be some sort of flooding or tsunami.
Sky show. Some kind of sky show.
Like some somehow tied into like nuclear detonation. Uh,
Yeah. You gotta have people are still scared of that stuff.
yeah, well, I've heard a lot about like that tsunami, like a 70-foot wall or 70-foot high wall of water, like coming into Manhattan, coming through Manhattan.
Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yeah, yeah, and then
Oh,
it's kind of weird, or like I think they say like every foot of elevation is how far, like 1 mile inland that the water would travel. So 70 feet high waves, the water will not only cover Manhattan Island, but everything within 70 miles of the impact.
well, you know, I guess if you're gonna pull it like that, you're getting rid of a giant economic engine, so you got to have a whole nother economic infrastructure waiting to go.
Well, how do you know that they don't already? I mean,
Well, I mean, that's a good point.
we're only fed what we get off of these screens, unless we're
Yeah.
going getting firsthand accounts. Uh, yeah, which it's not usually economically feasible for someone to fly to see if Fukushima was real.
Yeah, and it does. I've often thought this. I don't know. I may have said this before already, but pumping, you know, tens of millions of gallons of water vapor into the atmosphere and sending them out offshore. I imagine you can just store that water and dump it at your leisure. And if you made a big dump out in the ocean, it seems that it would uh, make a little wave here and there
Yeah,
all at once.
yeah.
And dams dams are certainly used in that way to dry up one area and flood the other. So that would be part of
Yeah.
the villain's MO, right? Just like poisoning is a mark of the Jesuits. So all of our food being poisoned, all of our everything we touch basically being poisoned, everything we breathe being poisoned. That's a Jesuit marker there.
Hmm.
Micro poisoning.
Yeah, I'd be wary about like those dams, but especially like the communities that are like on the other side of the dams,
Yeah.
that settle after they put the dam up and the river dries up and
Yeah.
they build a town.
Yeah.
Yeah, all they got to do is open the floodgates and the town goes bye bye.
Yeah. And that's pretty much beneficial to somebody.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's how you stimulate the economic growth, or like we were talking about, like moving money around.
Yeah, where the blood flows, energy goes.
Yep. Oh
Well,
yeah.
so if you don't know how to swim,
Yeah, you're fucked.
and if you do know how to swim, you're fucked because you want to talk about a mud flood, that's the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be something of wet nature. I don't think, I think they're doing the fire stuff, um, out west. And I think over here on the East Coast, it'll be the flooding. And Retardica is gone again. Hello. Hello. Mm-hmm. Hey, hey, hey. So, let's segue into the next topic.
Wet nature.
Oh, you there? Hello? Hello? Space and time are nothing but names, forms of thought, words of common usage. Very wise.
Concepts.
Mm.
Concepts of the perimeter of your imagination. Thank you for joining Mumbles and Retardica for another Breaking Winds dialogue. I
Yeah.
am Ghost of Retardica and I have returned.
Yeah.
Mumbles, what
I think
what what
one
have
of
you
our
been reading from?
broadcast. Well, I haven't been reading from anything. I thought you were like coming in and out, so I didn't want to get. But I was reading out of the Tao of Physics, and then earlier I was reading something that I was writing or wrote. But yeah, I really had no direction. I just, last episode I mentioned discussing the parallels between the East and the West, and I don't think we really mentioned anything.
Well, yeah, but we started out with some intention. You set the scaffolding, and we built a structure.
A little bit of a structure.
It, yeah,
Yeah, my intro left like it just seemed like there was at least three more topics that we didn't even touch on. But
yeah, but of course, how much can we do? Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
just got in from kicking bags of dirt and hauling rocks from here to there for
yeah,
for no fucking reason, and did a few other things. But then I focused my attention, and my attention goes to something uh, that I wanted to do, and it manifested as an energy flow of a very large canvas that I can paint on
yeah.
and perhaps hawk off to an investor of sorts. So
Yes.
I am making a point about, even though you're fucking exhausted,
Yeah.
you can still produce good things. And then any effort being made whatsoever to talk to another human being, let alone someone who seems to embody similar values as you, in a you know a desert of retarded mediocrity where no one seems to be addressing this stuff, and the ones that do are so isolated they're very difficult to find. I mean,
Yeah.
we are uh, a Sasquatch on the back of a unicorn riding on a Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
shit's rare. So,
Yeah. Cool. That's good.
there so many topics. In fact, the last episode, I got
Mm.
I got about 45 minutes left to listen to it.
Oh yeah.
because my voice, I couldn't take my fucking voice anymore. Just, I mean, we've got more than 22 hours of us talking, but
Yeah.
you remind me, we're putting something out there, and yes, we miss a lot of points, but we're coming in here pretty raw.
Yeah, yeah. There's
No,
no preparation at all. I mean, but with the exception of last week and that one page I wrote like an hour before we started recording.
well,
Uh,
there you have it, just like Edward R. Murrow.
and you making the graphic for the the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
really the only preparation that I think can be accounted for.
But
Uh,
it's also putting your toe in the water just to test those waters
yeah,
to see
and
what.
it's yeah, yeah, like I can expand that and like I don't know my scope of view gets widened every day because I'm constantly taking in more information and
Yeah,
I do it purposely. Like I'm purposefully trying to take in as much as I can. You
yeah.
know, when I'm driving, I try to see every leaf on every tree that I pass. It's hard to do, but uh, and then I, I I've been experiencing some visual phenomena, I guess if you would,
Yeah.
for the past I don't know probably several years when I drive, especially the faster I travel,
Mm.
the yellow lines turn green to me, and
Mm.
the like I could also detect like the ultraviolet light, like I can visibly see ultraviolet, and I'm also experiencing like it's mostly visual, but I think I might have like a little touch sense perception as well. Like I see like these kind of like webs that are made out of just light, just light, and
Mm.
like
Where do you
usually
think?
it's like really early or really late, and yeah, like I'll just see like a web of light, like a I don't know, maybe it's a spirit entity, that's within within my periphery or what. But like like when you try and focus on it, it goes away.
That's
But
the rules.
yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if
Well,
something reaching
it.
out from beyond, or if this is all just internal mechanisms that you know just
Well,
being activated.
well, there's a participation. There's that double funnel. You're
Yeah,
always double funneling, and the
yeah,
distinction of individual inside and outside is really just a concept that we're so used to. It's hard to break free of it.
yeah,
Being given names and identities and zip codes and whatnot. Uh, the concept of I and me is difficult to break, but when you start verbalizing these things on compounded with the research that you do on top of the observations that you make on top of stoking up the imagination probably at every given moment, similar to myself,
hmm
uh, generally not being afraid, these outside things that probably have always been there probably start to communicate back to the source that they came from, which is you.
I, I,
I, I, Captain. So,
yeah, perhaps.
you know, I don't. The goddamn these things get so fucking retarded because we're given the stories. The stories are often rooted in something that explains a profound, fundamental nature of being alive, or a an archetype, a human archetype, will embody the principles that will help a human being get through their life in the most harmonious way possible.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, for example, Big Jeezy, the
Yeah.
story of the Big Jeezy, if you didn't have any of the outside programming and you just picked it up, like you said, as a book of literature, and you read the
Yeah.
stories, and the names were changed to protect the innocent, um, you would say, hey, this Henry, this Henry guy was a nice guy, and he dealt with some pretty offensive circumstances with some pretty horrible people, and he handled it in this way. Next time I'm at work, or I get caught off guard by someone who's expressing violent behavior or an aggressive attitude, maybe I'll employ some of Henry's whatever his name was, some of his maybe I'll follow his lead, and that's a good thing. It can help you out. But
Yeah.
then when you take Henry and you give him a what to and a therefore, and you put some holes in his hands, and you nail him to a stick, and then you flash him in front of everyone who dares to look your way.
Yeah.
The Henry stick will scare you into a certain kind of behavior, and then the people who are using the Henry stick become the representatives of the Henry, when in
Yeah.
fact the Henry never existed except in principle, in one form as an archetype to get you to be able to deal with the fucking assholes who are actually flashing that Henry stick in front of you, giving you the fear and making
Yeah.
you eat pieces of Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Oh, Henry. Today, for some reason, as you say, "Oh, Henry," it popped into my head. I passed a half-eaten miniature crackle bar, candy bar, which
Crackle.
when.
They still make crackle.
But here's the thing: it was Halloween size,
Oh,
and
okay.
it said crackle, but whoever and I found it outside someone's stoop, just walking along, just like Mumbles. I take in all of the information that's around me for good or
Yeah.
ill, and on a brick pillar outside someone's house was a miniature Halloween size crackle that had not been unwrapped. It had just been bitten off, and then the other half placed on
Check.
the brick pillar.
See,
And
don't.
who's to say? And crackle, back when I ate such things, was a delightful snack, according
Oh,
to
yeah.
me. To me,
Yeah.
I loved the texture and the sweetness. It was just the
Yeah.
perfect poison. And
Crackle and Mr. Goodbar was always my sweet spot.
you you remind me of good times. And I could just assume that someone, was like, "Oh, this crackle tastes terrible," and just set the other half down, and just like eating a banana with the rind still on it. Like,
Yeah.
bananas taste like shit. I hate bananas. It's like, well, did you take the fucking peel off? The what? No.
Huh?
Huh? No, I just left half the fucking banana over on that brick pillar over there.
Just left it.
I left it for the fucking animals. It's food fit for fucking animals. And it was, it had the little tooth mark right where the foil and it's probably just some kid,
Yeah, they were probably
kids
checking
fucking
to
off,
see. Yeah, they were trying to see if it was metal or something.
Yeah, could be, see if it's real gold. But where the bite was taken out, it just stopped right on the wrapper. It said crack. I was like, oh, crack is whack.
That's
You know.
good. Yeah.
Well, oh
So
Henry.
wait, so what brought up the half-eaten candy? Just your experience today? Because I was talking, I was,
Well, oh Henry.
did you,
You said oh
did
Henry,
you,
which reminded me of
yeah,
a
yeah, the candy bar.
yeah.
But did my video go through the other day? I was telling the story about my Let Go app experience.
Your what? Go app?
The Let Go. You ever use that app Let Go? It's like where people sell like used shit. It's kind of
Oh,
like
now wait a minute. This is where you're on the floor painting the checkerboard Mobius. Yeah.
yeah, I did. So I guess that one went through. I was
I
talking about like I was
oh
trying to like sell
yeah yeah
trying to
yeah
like
yeah
I made an ad on Let Go to
yeah
sell some artwork,
yeah
and I wrote in the description that I'm known for using unorthodox methods. Anything from melted crayons to half-eaten lollipops, and
yes
then they flagged it as I'm not allowed to sell perishable food items.
yeah yeah.
So
Precisely what we were talking
yeah.
about at the beginning of our talk today.
So I went I went to the whatever that fucking customer support however
You did
bullshit
your
thing.
part-time
Yeah,
job of research and
the
development.
prompt to give the feedback of what the problem is or the report the bug in the system.
Yeah,
So I fucking I gave him a fucking piece of hate mail, and
sure.
I actually did it twice. I was like, I demand that this situation be rectified within 24 hours or else. you know?
or,
like,
or else
yeah, like if you do not meet my demands, all that
no
shit.
melted crayon art for you.
Yeah. So, but they fixed it and let it through the next day.
Yeah, they're like, this guy's a fucking maniac. Just he probably eats candy bars with the wrappers still on. Just give him
I,
whatever he wants.
I just thought that was funny that I had half eaten
Oh,
candy and you had half eaten candy.
oh yeah,
Or,
interesting. Well, where's the line?
right.
There, it's the double funnel in action in real time. That's what YouTube can't handle. YouTube mimics the double funnel idea of a communication, a dialogue. But the most basic, simple premise of a dialogue, which is, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. How are you?" is micromanaged by a third party that doesn't fucking need to be there. It's like, well, if he says, how are you doing? Uh, don't let the other guy hear it.
Yeah, you got him
And if it,
frustrated.
and if his response is something that would offend the other guy, like he's not having a good day, oh, I'm not feeling good today. Don't let him hear that. And so this hyper conceptualization taken to its extreme, these fucking people are never going to be happy. A control freak. A control freak. They make themselves crazy. If you ever known when they're never, you can't do nothing with them, and they will
Yeah,
destroy whatever you're working on. Once
yeah,
they've got everything arranged in their office the way they want, and they've handled their business the way they're going to go knock on your door, ask you how you're doing, and when you tell them, they're going to find an in there, and then they're going to fuck up whatever it was that was going good for you.
yeah,
Oh man! And so this is that. This is to say, this algorithm shit. There's someone who puts it into motion, and then puts all of us poor Django unchained people against one another.
yeah,
They can't fucking say like. I was like, it's not my fault. Half-eaten lollipops are in your art, and the fucking algorithm wouldn't let it go through. But look at the extra effort you have to make just as a fucking creative person. Like a person
yeah,
is born to create,
yeah,
and you're given this really this unnecessary third party, this wedge, which is due backwards, isn't it? Uh, uh, in the middle to quote unquote facilitate the process of you being able to share your creativity. But this wedge doing a favor for you and protecting the community at large from your
How do you how do you spell wedge? Uh,
Well, you
yeah,
know,
I mean, close. I gotta figure that out. I gotta record it and then play it backwards, see what it sounds like.
edge, edge, edge,
Yeah,
edge.
it's close. It's close.
Eh, you know, whatever. It's been a few years since I graduated.
The D is silent.
Fucking whatever. Just put a wedge in it.
Yeah,
That's great. A wedge,
a sand wedge.
a sand wedge. Uh, you
It's
can
like
use that, or you can use
a
a
golf club.
parabolic. Huh?
Is that a
Yeah,
golf club?
yeah. It'll get you out of the rough.
Out of the trap, out of the
It'll get you
dunes.
out of the trap. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
got to get a wedge to get out of the trap. Isn't that what a court is? I'm just fucking pulling a Jordan Rusty Maxwell here. If I could just take any word and just flip it to have it do whatever you want it to do. Same thing with
Yeah.
the numbers. Just keep fucking twisting it and overlapping it, mirroring it until you get a 33.
Yeah, that brings me to that. I was reading this book. I just started reading today. Language, Truth, and Logic, which is by Alfred Jules Ayer.
It's not a thin book, is it?
No, it's actually kind of small.
Hmm.
Fine print though. Fine print. It's only like
Yes.
150 pages, 30 of which are introduction or prefaces to
No.
no. But it's good. It's a good book. I'd recommend it to anybody that cares to listen. Language, Truth, and Logic. Alfred Ayer, Ayer is the last name.
Maybe one more time.
Ayer. Alfred Jules Ayer.
Well, if you reverse air,
This is a Dover publication, by the way.
oh, naturally,
Yes.
throw it out the window.
There's a lot of those Dover publications.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard the wagon wheels are falling off for me. I'm feeling a physical exhaustion.
Yeah. All for it to sell books.
How are we going to profit from this mess?
I think the print publishers are fighting back against the internet, and that's their means of doing so, by creating controversy. So you get people to go into their house and do the research themselves off of the internet and buy the books.
Oh, yeah, using the wedge to their advantage.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. That's where we're fucked, because we got a panini press, a 6,000 square foot square space that doesn't exist anymore, a bunch of mud, alcoholics eating, babies on sticks. Yeah, how are you supposed to keep your head in this kind of fucking environment and make a few dollars? How are you supposed to just
function? Yeah, how are you supposed to function in this environment?
Well, you make a podcast, you put it on Podbean, you don't pay the Podbean.
Job interview for to be a mechanic for the transit up where I live, like the bus company.
Wait, start over. I think I talked over you.
Oh, well, you cut out, so I just started talking. But yeah, the money, like you were saying, like trying to earn some money and stuff. Like I started looking at like jobs to see if there's anything up here I could do like at nights, like
Sure.
just make some extra cash. But I went on an interview today for
Fantastic.
for the transit authority over here. Like the buses and shit, like all the so
What? Oh,
account-
work on the engines and what?
yeah, well, like the I was getting a vibe for the place doing the interview, and it's basically like, uh, yeah, you're gonna be like a jack off of all trades, Like
Yeah.
sometimes we got to mow the lawn, sometimes we paint,
Yeah, this fucking
but
thing.
primary job is to be a mechanic. But if everything is fucking done or something needs to be done, you're it. Yeah, they don't they don't hire anybody from the outside to come and paint the building, like do it all.
Right.
Like, oh
We're like a family here.
yeah, so like
Everybody.
I wasted like a good half hour before he told me like like what the hourly rate was.
No.
Man, I was just I just wanted to get up and walk out,
Yeah. Did,
like,
was,
are you fucking serious, like that's like I never made that little money, like.
I know exactly what he told you too, and it's the same thing I've run into. They
Oh, it
recent.
was like I don't know what it was, $16, less than 16. He said
Yeah.
like 15.80, and
Listen,
then
man.
like but it's union. You get the fucking health care and all the shit
Yeah,
that you
fucking
really
great.
need, like I don't fucking need that shit, but whatever.
I'm
I'm like,
going through the same
I'm
shit,
just
man.
I'm just thinking this guy's telling me he's been here for 23 fucking years, and he's telling me that the top pay oh yeah, you make top pay after 3 years. They start you out at 15.80. So I'm like, well, what the fuck
Fucking
can
A.
top pay be? What can top pay be for this guy that's been here for 23 fucking years? $25? I made more
Yeah.
than that when I was fucking 18.
Yeah. I know, man. I know. That's
Yeah.
and ever since they raised the minimum wage, everyone else who had higher wages lowered their wages to match the minimum wage. The minimum wage. I didn't know the minimum wage was 15 now.
Is it?
It's
Oh,
fucking. The minimum is
I thought it
15.
was 8. I thought that was
I
only in
thought
the
it.
city or something.
No, I thought it was too. And so what I started doing just kind of as a goof, I was inquiring into uh just low level jobs that I would do if things got real, you know, real stinky.
Yeah.
And 15 bucks. 15 bucks
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
just sit to be a security guard. Okay? You could be a security guard, which is like a job you could just sit in a car park and be a
That's
security car, move cars, something like
that's
that.
that's really what I want is just a job where I could sit and fucking like hide out at night, like a night
Yeah.
shift. Just
Yeah.
sit, hide somewhere, and fucking read my book or something.
Yeah,
Get
15 bucks.
get paid to read at least.
Well, exactly. Or
Yeah.
do your
Podcast.
podcast. Is that what you said when you got up from the interviews? Excuse me, sir, this paltry sum will not do. My podcast pays better than this.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
don't mind, I have panini shirts to create.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know how the fucking people do it. Like, how many? Like, I would have to work
Bro,
100 hours to make what I make in a day.
I hear you. I know.
Oh,
I've done the same math and I've got 3 college degrees. And it's like I don't even know how I got those 3 college degrees. They just scared me. I just kept getting them.
yeah.
And
Yeah. I
then
mean, I think I
I became
need
a
them.
fucking tattoo artist.
Yeah.
And then there's no looking back after that. That
Mm.
shit got so fucking lame.
Yeah.
People ruin everything. Customers
Yeah.
ruin everything, man.
People are at
And
work.
I want there. I love people before they're fucked with, and I guess that means I love babies. When
Yeah.
they're still, I guess that means I love pregnant women because
Yeah.
those are my kind of people. The people that pregnant women haul around in their tummies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because they haven't been fucked with. Well, you could still send some sonar down in there and fucking wreck them.
yeah. Yeah. All those sounds vibrate through the belly.
Man, there's got to be some gnarly shit.
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. That goes right through the fucking everything. Bluetooth, all that shit.
Oh man, these
Baby's eating that cell phone just as much as the fucking
uh,
pregnant broad, you know?
man, I don't even want to get into it. They're all
Yeah, it's
fucked. They're all fucked.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I'm fucked. I'm cool with it.
I think they're like trying to expose all of us to a certain level of radiation so we can. I don't know. I think they want mutations, so they could just put
Well,
like science and all that type of stuff.
well, just use the algorithmic intelligence model in the same way. Is like the more problems you have, the more work you have. The more, like you said, you just create more jobs. So even if unbeknownst to the human players, uh, they are making things more diseased and more mutated. On the other end, the influence is just too strong because it's generating money.
Yeah.
So it perpetuates the disease.
This is ridiculous. Hello? Hello? All right. Retardica. Retardica has a retarded connection today. All right, let me get back to this thing I started reading before. I don't want to leave anybody hanging in too much suspense. I remember in school, whilst writing for a class, quoting some songs. For that I was outed, and such a fuss, that bitch that touted, oh yes she must be a Jew, and she was. What a cunning discovery to find out she was a dyke like on TV. Oh yes, she was. In love with my wife when we were so much younger, and I am not now. What that Jew bitch did not know, she did not know now. For what you'll discover has already been said in one way or some other. Part of this head was always connected to everything said. Let us be clowns. These words are just on paper, for which it is dead. So roll just another log off your sled. Back onto the fire, then into ash, to plant just another in which it'll fed from all its surroundings, and so words disappear back into nature, and it's all in your head. That
It's
was
all in your head.
that was something I started reading when you cut out much earlier, so I just wanted to finish it before I
I'm
gave.
sorry. I'm sorry I
I just
came back.
I just wanted to finish it before somebody had like an anxiety panic attack. Not, I left them in such suspense.
Well, you know, it seems every time I get angry, I'm punished by the algorithm. I'm kicked off. It
Well,
seems like,
I hear your tone of voice.
yeah, it's my tone of voice. I need to let's just tell some good old fashioned jokes. Let's all just calm the Retardica down.
Some old-fashioned jokes.
How about what's green and leafy and plays rock and roll?
Green and leafy and plays rock and roll. This is probably so easy. Oh man, I don't know. What is it?
Elvis Parsley.
I do think I read that on a lollipop stick or a popsicle stick. Yeah.
I stole that from an autistic boy.
Oh, no, yeah, yeah. That was on Hot Tracks.
Yeah, we still after 11 or 12 of these things still have not outdone the performance of two autistic gentlemen. Uh,
Like, yeah, done though.
yeah,
That's what
they're fucking.
First, we got to go like actually in front of the camera. I think.
God damn. Could
Do
we do it?
air guitar, do the air guitar and the air, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we sing
Sink in.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, yeah, lip sync some Bon Jovi, and you could be playing the air guitar,
Yeah,
or vice versa.
yeah. Well, I got sunglasses and a headband. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, this actually, the Breaking Wind dialogue show is sort of a dream come true for me. I always wanted to record with someone, but I was never able to find anyone who would make the extra effort on their end and meet me
Well,
in
look no
meet me
further,
in the
fella.
middle. Well, who's that over yonder? Is that Mumbles undertone
Look no further,
McFlurry
fella.
breath? I could smell your McFlurry breath from here.
Yeah,
You
no,
old dirt dog.
yeah,
And so what's beyond the hot t-shirts
yeah.
uh and those 50 pound key rings that for some reason they stopped selling.
Oh, yeah.
Where attention goes, energy flows. It seems, now being broadcasting veterans and having a mastery of the format,
Yeah.
it seems only logical to sort of test the waters outside of YouTube, being that Uncle Retardica has found himself frustrated with, I don't call it censorship. It's not censorship. It's just algorithmic
Fresh.
wet frustro demon turds.
Yes. Yeah. It's just,
You know, it's easier to
yeah.
just call it censorship, but it's, whatever.
Yeah. They like the aggravation. They like the user aggravation.
Gremlins. That's the premise of the movie Gremlins.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Don't feed them.
and
Don't feed them after midnight.
don't feed them fuckers after midnight. Do you know what could happen to your town? Have you ever seen a swimming pool after you give a chicken leg to a mogwai? You fucking maniac! Oh, I better call. I'm gonna get kicked off again.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
another? Let's calm down and bring it back. What is a what is a burglar? Burglars.
Mm-hmm.
What is a burglar's four least favorite letters in the alphabet?
Burglars least for turd. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably another fucking easy one.
No, not a word, but okay. I guess it's all,
Easy
all in how you tell the joke. Let me try my presentation again.
joke.
This is a joke. This is we're at next one's going to be the 99th good clean joke for kids
Oh, okay.
because this comes from the book of 101. But these are the only two I seem to recall.
Okay.
What is a uh, what is a burglar's least favorite four letters in the alphabet? Not a word, the four letters. Like there's
I
20,
I ate
26.
one. Too.
You know what? That's funnier than the real answer.
What's the real answer?
OICU.
Oh, it's a good one.
Ooh.
Good one.
Oh, can you get it? The burglar doesn't want you to see him.
Yeah, that's a real knee
You
slap.
know?
Yeah.
Oh God. What do I got? Let me see what I got here. I got a ball of wax. I got
Yeah.
a can of worms. I got a bag of beans. What should we play with now? The whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada. What's the whole enchilada?
Fucking, I don't know. I guess it's the can of worms
Yeah,
and the bag of beans
I had
and
something
the
written
ball of
down.
wax.
I had something written down from a while ago.
Your Bitcoin code.
Hmm. That is baloney mail riot. Hmm.
This is
I don't know what I meant by that.
this is the best thing about the treasures that you dig up that you wrote is that you're not quite sure what you meant by that.
So this is a poem.
All right,
Uh,
I like this. This is good.
yeah, it's entitled "Moral Obligation." Moral
Moral
ob-
obligant.
obligation.
Moral obligation.
Yeah, moral obligation. By Moon Alligator, animator block, boiling llama root to anal imbrosial. Got billion aroma, global air motion, baloney mail riot, air limo long bolt, mail bag, tool iron, Nambia troll goo.
You know, which
I think
which al- which alligator was that? Mumble alligator?
Bi Moon, Bi Moon, like the yeah, like twin
Oh,
moon, Bi
oh,
Moon.
by Moon.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the author was by Moon Alligator. I thought the author was Moon
Well, yeah,
Alligator.
no, that's well, yeah, but I had to use the letter I in lieu of a Y. It's each line is for
Oh,
each line
I
is an
see
anagram
you.
for moral obligation. So Bi Moon Alligator is an anagram for moral obligation. Animator blog oil, boiling llama root, baloney mail riot.
You know, this goes back to how we're going to profit. It's so clear now.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at is like we could what do they call that? The Enigma machine, like we could just have okay, the moral obligation can just be the baloney mail riot. And then how are the algorithms going to
Yeah.
what's going on? Uh,
Well, it reminds me when I had friends, and when I was in school, I was a decent student, but I always me and one other kid, we would just goof off and we kind of create our own language, and no one, so we could get away with making fun of, the substitute teacher or whatever, uh, by
mm,
saying words only we knew that were funny.
yeah, yeah,
And it seems to have been some kind of militaristic training, unbeknownst to me, to get through uh, the rest of my life.
yeah,
So yeah, that's how you well, what do you do with that though? The best thing you can do is talk on your walkie-talkie to somebody else who knows your Bi Moon Alligator moral
yeah.
obligation.
Well, yeah, I don't know if we should have like a breaking wind dialogues decoder ring that they
Boy,
mail away for, maybe.
we're gonna have to use the postal system.
Yeah,
Xerox machines and the mail.
yeah. So,
Well,
yeah, there's hmm, what else?
there's entertainment. There's entertainment in the sense of the what the wedges like to present. The wedges will employ the creative minds
Right.
to perform their lyrics and their dances and create their imagery. And if you self-publish, I guess it's a matter of distribution. So you can use the internet to distribute, but I've over the years lost. I don't know where I am because people tend to use Twitter, which is awful,
Yeah, I don't know what
and
never
even
been on.
Instagram used to be good, but then everyone became a fucking promoter. So you know, everyone has a right to create something and promote it, but it's so saturated with shit
Yeah.
I I just, in classic Retardica fashion, just said, fuck it. I can't deal with this. It's too much shit to get through. I won't update anything. And like you, I was working off a broken screen phone for the longest time just because I was over it
Yeah.
and I quit updating. But then if you know, you want to do a broadcast on the internet, you got to get yourself an app. And the only way you can get the app is if you upgrade a fucking $250 cell phone. And okay, so now here we are, right? We got a toehold on this. Yeah, despite our names, we're intelligent, creative people,
Mm-hmm.
and even though our current production is named thinly veiled after a fart, something nobody really wants to think about, it
Well,
it
it's
cuts to the chase.
wind is just the reflection of mind. So
Well, we're giving prospective audience members benefit of the doubt that they can
just
expound
yeah.
on that concept. So
Yes.
a lot of times people when they promote stuff, they'll dumb it down or they'll create parameters for themselves where they only discuss certain topics and won't talk about the Jew bitches
Right.
or because that's immediately going to attract the attract the if not the algorithms, the human behind the algorithm to make sure that you don't find anyone that agrees with you, even if you're wrong. That's the crazy part. You can be so wrong about so many things, and it doesn't matter. You can get a big community of people together and be completely wrong,
Yeah.
uh, and offensive and disgusting, and really worse than mediocre. I don't know. Mediocrity is even worse than poor quality because I can find entertainment in poor quality. That shit is allowed to propagate.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're actually having a conversation with somebody and you don't have a set structure, anything can come out of your mouth. But now, if you're going to use their tools, you're limited in that sense. Where's the
Yeah.
happy medium? Mumbles undertone, McFlurry breath.
Where's the happy medium? I think the
What?
hmm
Oh,
the
it's just
happy
funny. Think
medium.
about the happy medium. It makes me think of Marshall McLuhan. He didn't
Yeah.
have a happy medium. He had a hot medium and a cold medium.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just kind of like just observe and you know do nothing really is the best thing you could do.
are we
That
shutting down the podcast?
no, I mean,
But you know what I mean?
yeah, doing this is like doing nothing essentially. It just uh
Yeah, don't promote it. Just
yeah,
two dudes talking on a phone. That's
right.
basically what it is. It's two guys talking on a fucking phone.
Yeah, this is what phone conversations used to sound like before
Jesus
cell
Christ.
yeah,
That
before text messaging. This is what conversations used to sound like.
You hear that breaking windbreakers? Is that what we call the fan the
Wind
fans out there? We call them windbreakers. Our
yeah,
windbreakers. Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, you kooky windbreakers. This is what a conversation used to sound like on the telephone.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's our whole premise.
It could be.
It's just nice to have some
Just,
some floorboards to stand on because we don't have a foundation, but we do got some sticks in the ground and we could lay some boards on it.
yeah.
The,
Mhm.
the idea that is like, yeah, this is what a conversation is. Not be all fucking militant about it or you gotta fight the man and all this sort of shit. We never incite people to violence.
No,
We don't. We don't even
why?
promote.
I won't
We
even kill a spider in my own house. I don't squash an insect even.
Me
So
neither.
it's You know,
I
you gotta just let nature do its own thing, and don't intervene, or intervene as little as possible in the natural course of things.
Yeah, this is true. When it
But
comes to sharing it, I don't know. Are we sharing it? Maybe this is just for you and me. Maybe that's it. I get a lot out of these actually.
yeah, yeah, it's good to like it. Just helps me expand on ideas and stuff. I'm always leaving things out that I want to say or could have
Oh,
said,
all the
didn't
time.
think at the time. But yeah, just like going back and re-listening to the conversation, I could really like things that you might have just inadvertently said that I'll pick up like some hidden meaning on, or things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
Uh,
like it's a half-eaten crackle bar for sure.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, that's kind of what it feels like to me is this sort of pleasantly bass-ackwards divination where I mean, my motivation is to enjoy myself, like you said, yuck it up with the boys and get that satisfaction that there's someone else out there that I can share these things with, uh, and then the next level would be, wow, it would be cool if someone else could find this and enjoy it for themselves. Not
yeah,
not to not I don't want to promote anything or whatever, but the idea of when you find somebody who's real on YouTube,
yeah,
it's so satisfying when you get them to talk. When they're by themselves is one thing, but you get two dudes having a conversation, it's great to listen in on that. And I don't
I hope
I
other people enjoy it. Yeah.
yeah, and
I think so. I think it's you just like elaborate more than just being able to sit there and talk to yourself, or
yeah, it
you
doesn't
know,
work.
instead of
It,
talking at people, you just have
yeah,
a leisurely conversation.
that's really interesting, man. Because that's right. When you're just talking into your phone and you upload it or make a movie or whatever on YouTube, you really are talking at whoever
Yeah.
happens to pick it up. But when it's two dudes, excuse me, ladies, when it's two human humans talking on the telephone, it's like the listener is kind of eavesdropping
Yeah, it's like an observer or a witness
a witness,
instead
the
of like yeah, a target.
yeah, the breaking wind witness protection program. You're
Yeah,
safe here.
yeah,
You can anonymously listen to us and agree with us without admitting it,
yeah.
or disagree with us and you know I
Well,
don't know.
again, like agreement and disagreement, or right and wrong. These are all subjective and
Yeah. That's,
unified opposites, I guess.
yeah, it's not really the point. It's just sort of that's when you listen to media in any format, is you kind of initially and innately have the expectation that you're going to agree or disagree or like it or hate it or something like that. It's good to step back. You're right, and
Yeah.
just take
I
it for
mean,
what it for what
uh,
it is.
I think I have as far as anybody that might be listening, and even for yourself, like I'm just trying to gauge what truth even is, and I have a few things written down. Um,
There we go.
where does it say that only one truth can be true, i.e., an established fact that disproves all other possibilities? Where does it what does it mean to be true? And what is the value of truth? Whom or what is the authority that declares said truth to be the only possible truism? And under whose authority is that given? Let me reread that. Whom or what is the authority that declares said truth to be the only possible truism? and under whose authority is that given? What I believe to be true, though contrary to what you know to be true, is also true. As a matter of fact, we are both true, even if what we know to be real is fake or what is true is false, we remain to be right in the fact that we know it's true. I'm not sure if I wrote that, but I wrote it down in my book.
I love that you're never quite sure if you wrote something or you
Yeah.
maybe halfway through you may have copied and pasted something else. But the
Yeah.
point comes across. I love that the idea of truth has been so beautifully usurped and repackaged and weaponized against
Shit,
itself.
shit.
It reminds me of Henry on a stick.
Yeah.
The truth. And what's funny is that was a poem. Yeah.
No, it was just some things I had written down. Like I said, I don't
Oh,
even. I that last one was like really good, so I don't know if that was me, but
well,
it's something I read, and I just thought it was, like worth trying to, reiterate to myself. Uh,
yeah. Well,
uh,
it's
I think it does some good for the listening audience to digest that.
well just to emphasize.
And he's gone again. Retardica. Connection sucks. I think you need a new router. I think you need a new router, Retardica. I like that line so much, I'm going to read it again. What I believe to be true, though contrary to what you know to be true, is also true. As a matter of fact, we are both true, even if what we know to be real is fake or what is true is false. We remain to be right in the fact that we know it's true. Are you there? Retardica is still gone. Retardica has left the playing field. Chaldee or Aramaic is related to Hebrew and sometimes used in Kabbalistic writing. Kabbalistic writing. Kabbalistic writing. Sol Philosophorium. Pure living, alchemical spirit of gold. Refined essence of heat and dryness. Luna Phosphor. Pure living alchemy. Pure living alchemical spirit of silver. Refined essence of heat and moisture. The green Mayan. Stem and root of the radical essence of the metals. The black dragon. Death, putrefaction, and decay. The king. Red. Kabbalistic micro phosphorus. I think that's what it says. Tifereth, analogous to gold in the sun. The queen, white. Kabbalistic bride. Hello? You back?
Yeah.
Spirit of the earth. Spirits of the earth are gnomes, right? Spirits of the air are sliffs. Is that Sylphs? How do you say that? Sliffs? Sliffs?
Wedge.
Spirits of water, undines. And the spirit of fire, salamanders. Was that you talking?
Oh, you could hear that?
Yeah, was that you?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that.
We're getting somebody else's Wi-Fi connection in there?
See if you can hear this.
Charts.
In the
Chart? What? What did he say? I think you cut out again. Hello. All right. So I wanted to talk about how history was given to us in reverse, and how white people are really from Africa and black people are really from America. And yeah, the slave trade. Yeah, I know the person next to me is not doing the same color. We're getting back to the surgery. I have no real
it's lucky they get out every once in a while to remind us.
It's kind of like a prop there, like CSA. Like I try to
drops in my eyes.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. What was that?
That was episode 1, episode 5, and episode 7 all playing at the same time.
Oh, that's nice.
Sure they do. That's why they leave all the time. So yeah, that was a big highlight. Like I got all the less than 12 fruits.
I think we've hit pay dirt.
You should have a montage reel,
Not at all. Fuck, man. That's why I cut out of the last episode with 45 minutes left. I was like, Jesus Christ, Retardica, are you living up to your name or what? I can't fucking take it. I said, who wants to listen to this if I don't want to listen to this?
Yeah.
But I when that all goes away, when the ego removes itself from the equation, I'm able to enjoy the distillations.
Yeah.
Speaking of distillations, your truth. Before you read that, I had in front of my face a word.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a burglar I knew. There was a word in front of my face, and it starts with the same first 3 letters, and it's the title of a poem. And I thought that it kind of caught me off guard because I kept looking at this word in all capitals.
Yeah.
And you said truth, and I said, that's not the word. And I go, oh wait, he's talking about something else. And the word is spelled Trucks.
Trucks?
That is the name of a poem.
I'm looking at a book that says Great Trucks.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'll send you a picture.
Don't you dare. Double funnel might get clogged. Well, it seems like it's time to talk about trucks in sort of a 4/4 beat sort of way.
For what?
A 4/4 beat. Let's see if the wedges will not interfere.
I hope not.
This is Trucks by your Uncle Retardica.
Nice.
Trucks are big and scary if you don't know how to use them. Make a lot of noise, so with cars you can't confuse them. Can't lose them in a parking lot or miss them in the street. They're loud and they're noisy and go good with this beat. Damn, trucks are neat. I can't get enough trucks. You can buy a broken truck for a couple $100. And if you're down on your luck and you don't have a lot of money, you can steal a truck for free, you big truck-loving dummy. Monster trucks crush and have plush interiors. Normal-sized trucks are just so inferior. Pale in comparison, embarrassment is good. Look at Garrison Keeler drive his truck through the woods. A prairie home companion, abandon all hope, 'cause your truck is so whack and my truck is so dope. All my homies drive trucks, and they drive 'em real slow, scraping speed bumps 'cause they drop 'em too low. And I bet you didn't know Loch Ness is out of luck 'cause he's jealous of the Bigfoot, and the Bigfoot is a truck.
Nice.
And isn't that funny? I didn't remember that ending. This was written 8 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, a lot of references to the large-footed bipedal man
Yeah, yeah.
today, and
Yeah,
Loch Ness.
it's
Anyway,
good.
yeah, Trucks, Truth, and you have a book called Trucks. I guess you
Well,
should turn to
it's
a
called
page.
it's called Great Trucks, and like
Yeah.
as you were like reading as you were reading the TRU, I kind of like glanced over at those
Oh no, you didn't.
like there's that one that is great,
No, this
and
is
the other one
awesome.
that is this was Trucks, and then Trucks of the World Highway. So, I
Well,
sent you.
damn, you love trucks.
No, I got those books out of the fucking garbage.
Yeah, well, that's where my poem came from. Oh God. What?
Well,
What? So, there's the big payoff for me.
what's
That's, well, having moments like that, I have them by myself,
yeah,
and you're not able to articulate them to another person easily who doesn't know you, or even a person who knows you. It's kind of like giving the punchline to a joke before you hear it. It's just not satisfying to tell that story. But when you share a moment with somebody and you trust them, which is another TRU word, trust.
yeah,
You trust them, and you're at ease, and you share a truth truck moment.
right,
It's not a lot, but it nourishes me somehow.
yeah.
It's like a little tip of the hat from
Satis-
the God.
Soul. It satisfies the soul, you know?
Yeah, and that's it's not about talking on a telephone or broadcast or promoting your works on online. It's those little moments of, guys, like, God damn it, I love that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
it doesn't prove anything, but proof is in the pudding, as
Just more evidences. More evidence.
and what's funny is, like, if you ever uh provide evidence to like a real asshole who doesn't really care about the evidence.
Yeah. Hmm. I think we missed the punchline. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is on record probably our worst recording yet. Uh, this is probably the worst recording yet. What is this, episode 12 or 11? Does anybody know? Are you back? Are you back in the studio? As a newborn, we learn to breathe to begin our earth journey. The pilgrimage to heart-centeredness requires that we relearn how to breathe. This is why the very breathing moment contains all possibilities. Our breathing should flow gracefully. To master your breath is to be in control of. Are you mastering your breath? Well, I think you cut out again.
No,
Hello? No, no.
no, I
Now
didn't.
you're back. Now
Am
you're
I out?
back.
Am I out? Here we
Yeah.
go, man. You said this is one of the worst recordings, and I resemble that remark. Boop. Oh, I see you. Listen here, Elvis Parsley. This is
Yeah.
one of the best damn recordings we've ever done. But I have definitely noticed. I've tried three different routers, three
Yeah.
different Wi-Fi routers, and it's
Yeah.
the same results around 5 and 6 and 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I've noticed the rain has a huge effect on it.
Yeah, it is raining over there too, right?
Oh, you got rain too?
Oh, it's been raining for like the past 3 days. The forecast is like
Yeah, same here.
in 10 days and shit. It's like, it's never going to fucking stop.
But whatever it is, I've never heard anyone say that the rain affects the Wi-Fi, but it sure as
Yeah.
shit does, man. If we've done anything in these fucking 12 episodes, we have conclusively proven that
Yeah.
the rain does affect the Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah, I get caught out a lot today, and everything should be running primo. I don't know what to do, man. This is what we got. This is what we got to deal with beyond getting the reel to reel in the back of your studio, your truck studio.
The mobile studio.
Yeah, the mobile studio.
Yeah.
Beyond doing that, I don't know what
Yeah.
else to do.
Have to do that one of these days, the live.
God damn, man, that'd be wild.
But yeah, I don't know. You wanna call it here? I mean, we've been what, 2 hours now, just about, a little over.
Well, yeah. Let's see. What did we do today? We
I don't did anything really. I think.
You're always so disappointed. What are your expectations for this fucking thing?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like I need to be conveying some sort of like new and fresh ideas or new thoughts and
You don't think you are?
give people some information and insights that they might not have ever heard.
Don't you think just by being yourself, that's exactly what you're doing? That's the
I
impression
don't
I
know. I
get.
hope so. I hope so. I got some stuff written down about water and surface tension and
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about that. They want to hear about the waddles on your pigs.
I mean, learning about the oxidation rate potential of your water is very telling. I think
Yeah, but not 2 hours in.
well, maybe somebody's listening.
No, everyone is listening. I mean, every single person is listening right now.
All right. Well, we'll get into that next time, and then I guess
No, we won't.
have a segue. We could have, or no, what do they call it? A teaser. We'll talk about the town. The name of the town I live in is Vestal, and the Vestal Virgins. We could speak about, and how I assumed the role of the keeper of the eternal flame by moving to this pillar of rock that I am residing on.
Are you casting a spell right now?
Mumbles the sorcerer.
You're a fucking warlock.
I got a new fart whistle I wanted to try out for our
There we go.
outro.
Well, look, we're not. We're on the way out. Oh, I remember those. Just a broken piece of rubber on the end of a reed.
Yeah, it's a deer call.
Oh, there you go.
But it sounds like a fart.
Well, well, okay. We're both things at one time. We're yeah. Even you said, sit and do nothing. And so it's illogical to be too too upset about not accomplishing some sort of goals or.
Yeah, well,
These are a lot of loose ends, and they're completely frayed. They're never going to tie together. And
right.
And if we do it, if we actually do it and succeed, it's probably going to be slightly boring.
What?
It goes from a conversation into sort of a lecture. I mean, believe me, I really want to.
Commercial, right? It'll just turn into a commercial.
Yeah, for water tension, which is selling like hotcakes.
Fart whistles.
Yeah, selling like fart whistles. I mean, there you go. So we're this unfortunate Frankenstein golem, that's been, speaking for myself, had some of its skins removed, and it's fucked up my endocrine system, and it's turned me into a fucking babbling idiot. And it's kind of fun to watch a retard scramble around trying to get his wits about him. Yeah.
Yeah. It does make for entertainment.
Yeah, so I mean that's what we're doing. We can't help but do anything else. The most attractive thing about a person is when they just be themselves. If you want to talk about truth,
Yeah, I suppose.
And being your imaginary friend, I can tell you straight from my heart and my gut.
Yeah.
And with minimal participation from my mind, that you are conveying a lot just by being yourself. I'm telling you, man, it was however many months ago before I started doing my bear hat painting, which came from.
Gone again. Damn weather.
Some pride. Damn it.
Yeah, okay. Hello?
How's the weather? How's the weather?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh God! It's so rainy here. It's cold too.
Your months before your bear hat painting, you did what now?
Well, you were doing your projects.
Uh-huh.
Right, and you were rubbing your pigs and feeding your donkey, and basically talking to yourself and recording it.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the course of the last, I don't know how many. Has it been months? I don't even think it's been months. Maybe like 2 months?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Well, whatever we're doing here. Like we're having conversations.
How long have we been doing this? Yeah, it's probably been 2 months.
Like holding court.
Yeah.
Throwing paint on the canvases and
say we probably first had communication via YouTube like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And maybe I think we probably met in person like 3 months ago. I don't know.
Something like that. And that's when the double funnel started really gape. Well, I guess my point is being yourself is ain't nobody gonna be yourself quite like you.
Yeah,
and that's what makes a mimic or a fraud or a deceiver or an impersonator, an imposter such an egregious offense. Nobody can be Mumbles, Undertone, McFlurry, Breath, YouTube, no one on YouTube, first off computers. Nobody can do that shit.
Genuine fake.
Yeah. I mean, you're the real deal, baby. This is the number one hot track. And believe me, when I'm with myself, I hate the company.
Yeah.
But I sit with it and I'm used to it. And he's a good guy. He ain't hurting nobody.
Yeah.
But mostly it's sort of a frustrating balance of apple, orange, and banana ratio calculation. And Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Yeah. Jimmy's telling me it's time to go.
God damn it, this always happens.
Yeah.
You've had enough time on the telephone talking. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the point
All
is,
right.
man, keep doing what you're doing, and
Yep.
don't ever doubt yourself. And of course, every time you come prepared, it's gonna get halfway there, and then turn into a deer whistle. So fucking, you better learn to love it now.
Yeah.
You're the best, man. This is great.
It's always a pleasure.
Well, I wish I could say the same. You've listened to another Breaking Wind Dialogue show, and on behalf of myself and the great Mumbles, Undertone McFlurry Breath, we bid you
Adieu.
adieu.